Hello, Justin Brock here, the president of themedicapbroker.com. Just going to come to you today to go over a few companies. These are mostly the most common companies that we use, with a few honorable mentions at the end. I'm going to go over some of the details about them, really just their strengths, and maybe their AM Best ratings, which is just their financial rating, by the agency that rates companies based on their financial rating, AM Best. So if you have any questions, just give me a call at 662-321-0996, or you can email your questions to me at justin@msgap.net, msgap.net. Okay, insurance companies, an overview of the companies that we use. Aetna. Aetna is an AM Best A-rated company. Um, have a lot of customers with Aetna. Have no complaints at all. Aetna Strengths. They're very competitive with the Plan G price. Their premium is very low on Plan G. Very competitive with price increases. Sometimes even last year they had price decreases in many states on the Plan G, and that means people that I had with the Plan G with Aetna actually had a lower premium this year than they did last year. They were very happy about that. They're a known and trusted brand nationwide. They recently acquired Humana in a purchase, so you know that they're definitely a strong financial company, to be acquiring a company as large as Humana. They have several subsidiary companies such as Continental Life Insurance Company, American Continental Life Insurance Company, and Aetna Life and Health. Those are the three main companies that they use, and it just depends on which state you live in, as to which one you use, but they're all owned and operated by Aetna. Okay, Manhattan Life. Manhattan Life is an AM Best B plus rated company. Still a very strong company. I have a very good relationship with them. Manhattan Life strengths are, looks like I misspelled strengths there. Strong Plan F and Plan G rates in several states. Level and low premium increases. Very easy to work with. They have a 7% household discount for anyone who has someone 60 or older living with them, whether or not they sign up. So if you're turning 65 and you have a spouse that's 62 and is not ready to go on Medicare, you can still get a 7% household discount just for them living with you. Doesn't have to be your spouse either. They are part of the Berkshire Hathaway Group, and they're affiliated with AIMC and the Family Life Insurance Company. So those are sometimes more recognizable names. It is all part of a major corporation. Mutual of Omaha is an AM Best A-rated company. Probably anyone who's had a Medicare supplement before has heard the name Mutual of Omaha. Mutual of Omaha Strengths, they have a 12% household discount for anyone who has someone 60 or older living with them, whether or not they sign up. So that's a 12% discount. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that their rates are always going to be lower than Manhattan Life's. They could start out higher, the 12% discount, bring them down to that. But nonetheless, they do offer that, and sometimes that can really make them competitive. They are competitive on Plan G and Plan N rates. I didn't put Plan F on there. They do have pretty competitive Plan F rates, but they're much more competitive in Plan G and Plan N. They're very well known and reputable for their customer service. Ask anybody who's had them. Customer service will not be a complaint that they have had. AARP, insured by United Healthcare, is an AM Best A-rated company. AARP Strengths, you will become an AARP member if you have a supplement through them. And AARP has two premium levels, and often people think they couldn't get approved and end up getting approved at either level 1 or 2 with them. They're just, they have some more lenient underwriting. The level 2 rates are a little higher, but for someone who really needs a supplement and thinks they can't get one, they can. I didn't put this on here either, but they actually offer very, very lenient underwriting for people between 65 and up to 68. Once they turn 68, that goes away. But it's kind of like we kind of refer to it as a somewhat of a continued open enrollment period where you only have to answer a couple of questions to get approved at the level 1 rate up until you turn 68. Equitable. Equitable is an AM Best B-rated company. Equitable Strengths, 47 years in the Medicare supplement market. That's a long time. Often they have the absolute lowest Plan F rate for people turning 65. If you look at them across, the states that they're in, they often seem to be trying to get that market. The people turning 65, they have the lowest rate for it. They're very quick on underwriting decisions. Sometimes I'll put in an application online for someone and they will call them within the hour to get the interview done, and then they'll have an email back to me on whether they're approved, very quickly. Philadelphia American or New Era, those are the same company. They're just depending on which state you're in, they may use one or the other name. They're an AM Best B Plus rated company. New Era Strengths, Philadelphia American or New Era often have great rates on plans F, G, and N in several areas. They always have good rates. They do not have a height and weight requirement. So sometimes, when we've had people who couldn't meet the height and weight requirement with, say, Manhattan Life, we are able to get them the next best rate with Philadelphia American. Up to about 75 years old, we've realized their rate increases are very low. It's hard to replace them up until that point because their rates are so low. And then after that, I'm not saying they skyrocket after that, but typically people who still have them over 75 sometimes we're able to get a better rate with someone else. So honorable mentions, these are companies I didn't really go into as much. They're just they have not been as popular right now. Central States Indemnity did just come out with a new company called CSI Life, and their rates on certain plans have been very competitive. So it may be that we'll be using them more in the near future. We have used them a lot in the past. Medico, they do offer the 12% household discount for anyone who has someone living with them who is 18 years or older. So that's something, gives them kind of a niche. If you have a spouse that's 10 years younger than you, that's 55, then you can still get the 12% household discount with them. I have written a couple with them recently in Alabama and some other places where they've been very competitive. Humana, on price, on supplements, maybe not as competitive. They're really big into the Medicare Advantage market, but we do have them for certain situations in certain places where it's necessary. We also write drug plans through them a lot. Gerber is owned by Mutual of Omaha, but in certain states, Gerber is the company with the better rate, better than Mutual of Omaha. So that's still something we put on here, is it may become necessary to write them more, especially in those states. Cigna, or American Retirement Life Insurance Company, we've been a big carrier of ours in the past. Their rates right now have not been competitive, but we have heard that they do have a very competitive Plan G rate coming out in several states through another company, which they're going to refer to as Cigna Health and Life Insurance Company, I believe. And that's going to be something that we're probably going to be offering. It's probably going to be taking up a lot of our business in the future. They do have a substandard rating similar to AARP's, where you can get approved with things such as COPD, I believe, and Parkinson's, certain things that you can still get approved with them. And because they have AARP does not distinguish between male and female, Cigna does. So sometimes Cigna is better for those people who are females because they will give you a better rate, and sometimes AARP seems to be better for the males. Combine, haven't written a lot of business with Combine, have heard some things, for people under 65 on Medicare where they have really good rates, and have seen them pop up as competitive in certain areas, and we may write them in the future if it becomes necessary. They have never heard anything bad about them. Great company as well. All right, so I'm Justin Brock again with the MEDIGAP Broker. Just go see us at themedicapbroker.com, or you can call me at 662-321-0996, or email your questions to justin@msgap.net. That's msgap.net. Thank you, and you guys have a great day.